Hey everyone, welcome to the very first real story episode of Twinkle Hollow. In episode 0, I just kind of showed you where the park is going to be, and in this mini episode, I will show you the early beginnings and maybe even tell you a bit about the layout. It's just going to be a couple of minutes just to keep you posted. I find it easier, or at least as an experiment, to just kind of keep you updated in small increments. So here we are, sort of at ground zero of Twinkle Hollow. So when you come from, when you cross the bridge over that little, I think river is a big word, little creek, you will of course be welcomed by the Twinkle Hollow sign, again courtesy of my little niece who made this for me. And then it takes you to what is going to be the parking lot, and you can already see the entrance plaza is taking shape. So let me just get out of this perspective and change to the bird eye view. There we are. So of course in the last episode, or I should say episode 0, I sort of made clear, where the park is going to be, and everything that looks construction, sort of, construction site-ish, is just eye candy for the visuals that I'm going to be posting later on Bro Nation. But this is where it's going to be. This is where it's going to happen. I won't show too much of the entrance just yet because I put a lot of work into it, and I really want to give it its own little spotlight once it's done, and that's definitely going to be the next step. It's going to be a real challenge trying to make something more of an organic looking plaza, so not everything in squares and hard lines, but trying to go more of an asymmetric route as well. That's going to be something I haven't done before. Anyway, there's the parking lot, which hoping that you can still see my arrow with my mouse pointer. You'd get in on either side. It's going to be a 2-lane road. And then the biggest spots where you can park your car, I may as well just plop one just so you can see what I'm talking about, are the ones that sort of come off of their own little ancillary road. Yeah, so that works like that. And I really hope we get cars at some point, by the way. It would be really nice. So I don't know, it's like probably, I think if you really push it, maybe 40 cars, 80 cars. I think round about 100 vehicles would fit now, maybe a bit more. So that you basically have 4 parking lots. There's number 1 or P1, P2, P3, which is only half a parking lot, and P4. Maybe I give them names like Dragon and Owl and Wizard and Witch and that kind of stuff. And if you'd be driving by, then of course you would see, you would spot the signage again, the billboard saying opening year 2. That is going to be a difference, by the way. In this story park, I won't be using years like 1984, 1985. I'll just be counting in year 1, year 2, and well, I cannot do it until year 100. That wouldn't make any sense, right? But the pacing will be different and less tied to whatever is going on in that year. I like doing that in Holtz Park. It gave me a lot of special introductions, and I could take a lot of political events happening in those years. But at the same time, I also felt it sort of limited what I could do. Twinkle Hollow is very much a contemporary park, and so I don't want to be constrained by specific eras. Yeah, what else is there? Maybe the layout. So what I'm thinking is, maybe I paint it for you. Let me see. Let me just use rough rock like that. I'm thinking of doing a sort of a circular park. The spots on both sides of the parking lot slash entrance, I keep them empty for now. I may just turn them into big planter beds or something. But those are going to be staff roads and maybe room for buses in the future. But as you enter the park, I'm thinking something of a main street kind of thing. You know, like a what's that? Not Diagonal Alley, but the other village outside Harry Potter Castle. I forgot, but something like that. You know, the idea is that you enter a magic place, and so thanks to the fairy tale stuff that got released in the last update, we've got a lot of stuff back. So yeah, like a magical main street slash village that I would imagine could kind of go around, you know, and then sort of like that, I guess. If that makes sense. Not exactly. Yeah, it's not a hop and spoke. It's just more of a circuit. I think, at least. Or maybe I go on a complete different route. I mean, at some point, the main street, you know, the main street is going to be on both sides. So the main street is going to be here. It looks the exact same. Or there. Let's just use moss. Right? Main street, main street, main street. Okay. Shops on either side. Then what? Then, you know what? If you have better ideas, I'd love to hear from you. This is the land at my disposal. I wouldn't mind being more creative than doing a typical loop. But at the same time, I find it hard to imagine any other options. So yeah, if you have a better idea, then please, please, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. And we'll take it from there. Or maybe I should stay with a loop. So that's it already, my dear people. This is the one and only episode just to show you that ground has been broken. And, you know, more to come. Thanks. Bye-bye.